Hi, this is Kevin with KGM owner Pro Advertisers Club, a totally free site to advertise. Go to proadvertisersclub.com and join for free today and start advertising for free. I'm going to make a quick video here about the amazing store on Veve platform, and a lot of the online stores, the marketplaces are like this. But back in the 80s, I had a flea market slash baseball card store that I would work 4 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, out of Fort Myers, Florida. And it was maybe it was the early '90s, but it was right around when Shaquille O'Neal Beam Team card came out. I don't know if that was his rookie season. I can't remember that far back, but if anybody remembers, it was a probably one of the first huge insert cards in sports. There might have been other ones, but this one was everywhere. I mean, it was hot. And for 6 months, I supported a family of four doing off that Beam Team card. That was my sales. I had the booth was filled with tons of other stuff, commons, you name it, autographs. But I sold and bought so many of those Beam Team cards, it was unbelievable. So did everybody else. Everybody in town was in the whole United States. And then about 6 months later, all of a sudden we realized, everybody at the same time pretty much realized that they were 24/7 printing these cards up. And they became, I mean, I was selling them for $500-600 a pop. Then now you can't, give them away. I don't know what they're worth. I haven't looked up in so long, but that was the end of my store. I had to get out of town. There were a lot of my customers were vendors who, they got caught up in it, just like we do here on this platform. You get caught up in stuff and things shoot up and then they shoot down. Where we're at right now, what's happening right now on the Veve platform, the prices are so low. This, in one way, kind of makes me feel good that we're getting close to the MTL license open for everybody. And the reason I say that is the lower the prices, the better it is for Veve, better it is for the platform. I'm not saying they're driving the prices down. I'm just saying this will be the perfect time for them to open, because when they open those doors and the floodgates are open, so to say, it's going to be a lot more manageable if everything was sky high and everybody's selling and pulling out. There's people who have been on this platform for over a year that are going to run for the door. They've been waiting for a door. So with this, unless you're going to sell at an absolute loss, it's going to make a lot of people hold, which is good for you. I know you don't want to hear that. HODL defeats all evil, period. Except if there's a rug pull and the thing goes out of business. But that's true about anything, real estate, stocks, whatever. So anyway, getting back to what I told you about the flea market, was I survived off that one thing, the Beam Team card. And we didn't have a market like this. We didn't have eBay. And if it was real early. I wasn't on it. So the guy across town was a really big card guy. He had the best, he was the place to go in Southwest Florida to get your cards. He could sell everything. That's where they went. They knew it. I couldn't sell a common to save my life. And if I did, and I spent the 3 hours finding it for the person and then hand it to them and ask for a quarter, they go, well, it's only worth a nickel in Beckett. Okay? You don't have that problem on the internet. You don't have that problem in the NFT world online. And my store is just as good as his store in Veve. Your item is selling next to a Wells item. You both have equal access to the crowd. That's the people walking up and down the aisles. Nobody's buying, but they're still walking up and down the aisles. It's the same for everybody. It's the most fair market you can find. Now, the Wells have other advantages. Yes. But when you understand this market, which you should study, understand what's going on, you're in the same level playing field as everybody in the entire world. And if you price yours to sell, it's going to be the floor. If there's 10,000 items selling and you're the best price, you're up next. You're the now the mint number is a little bit of a strategy. I understand that. But that's you can sell commons. Take these comics that we're looking at right here, okay? And pretend like they're baseball cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which is coming. Something's coming. They're going to be doing cards. I don't Pokemon, whatever. I don't have any. I don't know anything more than anybody else does. But once they get on here, what's different between here and in the real world is my flea market booth is open to the entire world, not just Fort Myers, Florida, South Street, stall 17 in the back, the cheapest one I could get, and only a third of the crowd comes walking through. I'm talking the whole world. So you can sell those commons. Okay? And you get mad about paying a 6% fee. You don't have a weekly or monthly rent. And you have access to that kind of power. You can build this is your store. This is your store. You can build an inventory that is safer from bugs, well, computer bugs, I guess you talk about, safe from bad weather, from whatever. The only thing you got to worry about, like everything else, there's always something maybe that can go wrong. But it goes where you go. If you go to the North Pole, it's there with you. If you go to the moon, it's there with you. If you go to Dallas, Texas, it's there with you. Once you start to understand that, what you're going to be able to do with your store, if you so to choose. If you're just a collector, then it's just your collection. But when you woke up one morning, or you wake up one morning, you say, I want to sell this, you have the same access to the same type of real estate that the richest guy on Veve does. You just have to sell it at a price it's going to move. You don't pay no rent. Where else in the world can you go do that at? You can't. And a lot of it's not just Veve doing it. A lot of these platforms have markets like this. And so when you talk about real estate in the metaverse, that's what that's representing. At least to me, is that where do people go to get what they want? They're going to go to the big place, just like in Fort Myers. They didn't come to my booth. If I built up a customer relationship, which is incredibly hard to do, especially when you sell them a beam card for $600 and it's worth $20, 2 months later. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but you get the picture. What I'm trying to say is this is groundbreaking. I mean, it's been happening slowly for a couple years, but this is groundbreaking where business is done so differently. And the real estate, that's what I want to say. The real estate that it's representing when they say selling land in the metaverse, that's why Facebook is in panic mode. I mean, they're freaking out. And you can see it in all their actions, not because I know anything more than anybody else. Because if you aren't in that area, your business is going to suffer, or you're not going to have any business at all. And I do other platforms, and you don't get the kind of traffic you do on those that you do here. So, and I do believe Veve's the top, if not the top, sites that's going to be around in 5 to 10 years or longer. Things can change, of course, but from what we know now. So think about it. You're in the best real estate for online collectibles than anywhere else in the world right now. That's about as simple as I can put it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.